What's good, people? Frank 5D, writer, photographer, all that fly shit people adore, content manager for Makin It, the business of urban music and culture. Keeping the interview series going, and I'm really excited because today we get to talk to one of those artists who's really going above and beyond to keep the idea of true lyricism and true emceeing alive in this day of rap pop stars. It's easy to say he's making some of the most noise out of the area that he's repping, and he's already picking up some heavy endorsements from some legends in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Klazik. What's up, sir?
How's it going? How's it going?
Going pretty well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Thanks for having me on.
Most definitely. Thank you for coming. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, like you said, my name's Klazik. That's a contraction of two words, classified sick. Similar to how do not equals don't, classified sick equals classic. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm currently in Des Moines, Iowa. Uh, Took the long way to get here. I did 9 years in the Navy, so I lived in Virginia for a time, and
Thank you for your
that's how
service,
I
sir.
ended up back here. Thank you for your support.
Absolutely. So, you from Cleveland?
Yes,
You
sir.
from Cleveland, Ohio? Currently in Des Moines. Can you contrast the hip hop scene between both of those spaces that don't really get that much national shine when it comes to hip hop?
Definitely. Well, the Midwest in general is not a place that's thought of for hip hop or a lot of things, but the scenes between Cleveland and where I am in Iowa is drastically different because you know in Cleveland it was a very high black population, at least where I was, and not so much in Iowa. You know, so but both have their own hurdles as far as people making quality music, being able to record yourself, and events to polish your skills and showcase what you're doing with your writing and or what people are doing on the production side. So,
Hmm.
so even though I'm Midwestern, uh, my sauce really came from my time in Virginia, getting tapped into the music scene there.
Okay. Word up. Word up. We're at in Virginia.
The 757 region, Tidewater, so seven cities, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk,
When you
it's
was in the Navy, correct?
yep, yep. I was in the
Nice.
Navy for a little over 9 years there, then stayed a few years after I got out. Came up here in 2017.
Tight, tight. If what big market city, if any, do you see your music being the best received in?
I assume East Coast markets because I've been told I have an old school style, even though that's not how I see it. I just, just would describe it as bars first. So I would think a city like Philadelphia or some spots in New York. I think they would appreciate what I do. But
Most
I get a
definitely.
lot of I get a lot of love out here, surprisingly, when I do what I do.
Right?
When I hit the stage.
Because you dope. I mean, you dope. You do your thing. I think you easily had the best mic check Iowa. I think easily the best one that I've
Thank
seen.
you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
most definitely. You're an MC, of course. You're not a rapper. You're not a rock star. Tell the people why that's so important to you in your approach to making music.
Well, the MC is something that it's important because it involves being a master of your craft. So it stands for master of ceremonies, but I would extend it to say a master of your craft as well. So not just being able to recite what you wrote, but being able to command the crowd, command attention to engage the crowd properly.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, when you're new to performing and you have your nerves and things like that, you just want to get up there and be high energy and just get straight to it. You don't, I tell people because I do a little training as far as stage performance and stage presence as well. So I tell them,
Mhm.
you want to treat the crowd like a person that you like.
Right.
You got to show some personality, show some charisma. It's not just what you say into the mic. It's an overall head to toe presentation.
Absolutely. And I think it comes through, in your music. You pretty much said all of that on Masterclass. Um,
So
and
you check that one out, huh?
yeah, man, you telling you, I think you dope, man. I listen to dope artists. I love lyricism. I'm a bars
Thank you.
dude. You know, my favorite MCs, they spit. You know,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm kind of indifferent to all the other stuff. I like
Thank you.
everything, but just like you said, bars first. That's what it is for me. It's what it's
Right.
always been. You know, growing up, I was I'm from LA, but I was always, into Queens MCs were always my thing. And then
Yeah.
of course Brooklyn right after that, then up to the Bronx. It was all East Coast, that was,
Right.
what they kind of called me.
I mean,
Um,
that's who ran the game at that time.
yeah, honestly, this and I was all for it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. Where like does your musical inspiration come from?
Well, when you mentioned the East Coast, my primary influence that made me want to rap was Biggie,
Biggie
Notorious
Small.
B.I.G. So I can trace that. The reason I am the artist that I am is one line in the One More Chance remix where he said, "Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever." However, you know, because you never know
Thanks.
where what you're doing, where it finds the listener. So
Right.
we might have one intention or one thing we're trying to communicate when we write it, but we don't know where it's going to meet the audience. So
I hope you wasn't feeling like that personally.
yeah,
You're a
man,
handsome
yeah.
dude, man. You're a
At
handsome
that
dude.
time, man, I was a lot younger. This was a long time ago, and but yeah, yeah, I believed I was ugly just for how people treated me. A lot of people
Oh damn.
be a little hard on the darker cover. I'm pretty
Kids are
dark. I
kids,
got two big lights sitting in front of me right now. So, I'm a shade or two away from being as dark as you could possibly be. And,
Hey,
when I heard Biggie say that line, it's like it flipped the switch in my brain. It was like, I can think like that. And, that began the journey of me trying to find some confidence in rap.
mm-hmm.
And as I studied Biggie, then it led to Big Daddy Kane as studying just the history of it all. And I credit Kane with being the father of my style.
Hey,
So, fly, spitting, ladies man, respected, you know, all of the a very well rounded artist.
now that you say
And
that, I can totally see that and hear it and everything that I've heard from you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
would have never put that connection together, but it makes total sense.
yes, sir.
And good stuff. Well, from there, what? Give me a top five.
Top five. All right. Now, as far as the spitters go, so of course it's Biggie, my inspiration. Kane, the father of my style. My personal favorite rapper is Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then we got Black Thought. Where we at? That's four. Let's throw Roy the 5'9" in there.
Nice top five. Very nice. No complaints at all.
Yeah.
Two of mine are in there.
Oh
Very
yeah. Which ones?
Kane and Black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Black's my number one. I mean, I don't put them in a an order because
Yeah, I
I
don't do the
always say
order thing because
stuff.
that
But number
changes.
one for me is always Black.
Yeah.
That's
His
what's up.
his Streams of Thought Volume 2. That's my favorite one. And
Hmm.
my you brought up Masterclass, the title track on Masterclass, the opening line. I was inspired because on what is it? Long Liveth. He comes in, he said, "Greetings and salutations. I'm running out of patience. So everything in moderation, even moderation." And I start mine on, I just like the way he came in. So I started mine, "Peace and blessings. This is an MC session, meaning the master class and beat destruction. They call me Klazik with my rapping ass. I'm teaching a lesson and using speech as weapons." And then
I'm like, come on, I'm like, come on. What's up? Well, that's
yeah,
dope, man. I mean, and it's just beautiful to see that you keeping that vein going because again, those are some heavy hitters that you listed
right,
off when it comes to lyricism and the things that they again I can totally see the Kane connection coming up now and when you talk about like MCs like real MCs is hollowed ground that you're walking on. Like
right,
honestly,
yeah,
these are greats that came before you, not just rappers. They're not trappers. They're not these other things. They're what started this whole thing. They're like
right,
they're the
right.
trunk of the tree that is hip hop. Like along
That's
with DJs. You got to give it up. You most
Yeah, you
definitely
do.
have to, and
And
it's
that's what keeps it
beautiful to see.
alive, man.
That's what
Showing
keeps
that
it alive.
respect to those that came before you. You know, you kill off the foundation. Like how you expect to continue on?
And that's why props to you, Classic, for keeping it
Yes,
going.
sir.
Most
Thank you
definitely.
very much, man. Thank you.
Um, Again, you got these endorsements, the Rascast stamp of approval.
Yeah,
He's digging it. Mickey Facts
yeah.
shouting you out through Pendulum Inc. If y'all don't know, check out Pendulum Inc. Shout out to Mickey Facts and Rascast. How, as a true MC, does it feel to get those cosigns from those proven, trusted sources in the craft?
Well, it's important, and it definitely makes you feel good about what you're doing. But that's just something we don't admit in our youth. We just want to show aggression and bravado, but the iron sharpens iron. So if you don't see anybody that you respect, if your peers can't salute you, or if you can't be inspired by those who are doing what you're doing, you know, you're not going to be doing it long, and you're not going to improve. So that's the type of stuff that we need, especially when we're doing something that's not as popular as it used to be. So someone as celebrated as Raz Kaz and Mickey Fax saying saluting me, it means a lot.
I would feel exactly the same. And good stuff. Congratulations. Like, I've met Rex Hass a couple times, and he's just a
Yeah,
solid dude. He's a cool dude. He's one of those true MCs that is really like that, and just so magnanimous and whatnot. Um, would you have you?
even his sons are monsters.
Oh my
you know.
God, those two
Yeah,
dudes, man, they're my favorite from Coast Contra. Honestly,
yeah,
those two are my favorite. Everybody likes Jamal, and I mean they're all dope. But them
yeah,
twins, they be in the way they be, just bouncing off each other. It's
yeah,
beautiful
yeah. That's
chemistry, and
dope.
they're hard for real. That Shout out to them, most definitely.
Yes, sir.
Have you ran into any artists on Making It Mag that you would want to collab with?
I've collabed with two technically. I got one with COL, Creation of a Legend. He tapped me for a feature for a song called Touch the Sky. And
Okay,
then we're featuring a singer named Ijalan out of Chicago, has a phenomenal voice. Um, we got that all worked out. We just getting everything, working out the minor details as far as the mix and stuff like that.
excellent.
And who
Can't wait
else?
to hear it.
Gianna Farron, she's dope.
Mhm.
I think she's from Chicago, but she's in Oakland now. Who
Nice.
else? Shells.
Hmm.
I don't know where me and Mook Ali would merge on, but he's dope. Mook Ali's dope. Shells,
Hmm.
Gianna Farron, Ijalan, COL, and of course there's more. Chevy Girl comes to mind. She's
Hmm.
you know. I'm
Shout them
tapped
off.
into the community.
Very nice. Very nice. I mean, the things that Making the Mag does for artists is just kind of unbelievable. It's you know top tier when it comes to these outlets that are really actually trying to help, and not just trying to make a buck or trying to go viral or
Right,
whatnot. Shout out to
right.
Kelby and Making the Mag and everything that they do.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
what is
Very
currently on your
needed.
playlist? What's that, my man?
I said they're very needed. Very needed.
Hmm.
Yeah,
um, Especially with all the scams going on,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
right, there's oh god, it's a whole nother topic, a whole nother conversation. What's on your playlist, Classic?
Right now, it's not a lot of new stuff, man.
Mm,
I hate to sound like that, but it's just not. Just the sound quality has kind of decreased a little bit. The beats are sounding a lot of the same sounds. Everybody's grabbing the same loops and patterns and stuff. So
Classic. Why is everybody rapping the same?
yeah, because I don't know what it takes. There's not a standard of originality. The standard is get the money. So once you see what's making the money, they're gonna do what's making the money in the moment. But you got to be a visionary to stand on being different.
Most definitely.
But
Yeah, back to the
the
playlist.
yeah, the playlist. I mean, the artists that I mentioned in my top 5 are in there, but my favorite new rapper is Akeem Ali.
Hakeem Ali.
Akeem
Okay, I
Ali,
heard of
aka Kimi Casanova. Where's he from? I don't want to say the wrong place. I want to say Mississippi,
him.
but yeah, he's dope. And then there's another Ali out of Philly. I think it's Amir. He raps street stuff, but the skill is top notch. I like Gifted Gab.
Hmm.
She's from Seattle. Um, who else? Yeah, because let me show some love to some more modern people. So you don't think I'm just, uh, but yeah, I spent a lot of Fab. Uh, been listening. I've been going back through some older stuff, playing some LL Cool J. Uh, just more studying,
Hmm.
because my creativity, up until this point has been real selfish. I've been making the type of stuff I like, but now
Okay.
I'm, I'm trying to give people what they want a little bit more. I don't want to pull a Andre 3000, and just
Do you listen to a whole lot of your own music?
yeah.
Hmm. Type.
I don't know how people will take that, but like I said, I make the type of music I like. So
I honestly
I
don't
listen to
understand when
music.
people don't.
Yeah, that makes it seem like it's a job, and you're just aiming at something that you wouldn't consume, and like you can't really, even if you hit the target, you're not gonna enjoy it.
Right.
So when people do enjoy what I'm doing, it means a lot because I'm doing something I like, and I've been told, don't know, I don't know, I haven't cussed, but don't nobody want to hear that itch.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout
Get
out to
out of
you. You
here.
got to celebrate yourself too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I wouldn't still be doing it if I couldn't enjoy what I was doing.
Absolutely. Young 5D does have a little bit of music making in his past, and
Yeah,
I really only made music because I was tired of listening to everything else. So
right,
I
right.
made music so I could
Yeah,
listen to something dope.
right. Yeah.
So
Why make what other people are making when they're doing it and they're doing it better than you? So just be you.
right,
you know.
right, all right. So classic. Let's get serious here. You have bars. You have bars, dude. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hey man, uh, just just loving the craft makes it possible. You know, loving the craft makes you dig a little bit deeper and try and find a different way to say it. And sometimes I surprise myself, because it's like not to sound like, but it's like I tap into this creative energy and it just flows to me. I was just telling somebody recently, like every time I go to write, I think I lost it
Mm,
until it clicks, because it's like, yeah, it's coming from me, but it's like I'm tapping into something.
that's
And
interesting.
sometimes, yeah, because I say it right, but that's just I have a method of capturing and revising my lyrics, but I don't write it down to create it. I use a
Mm,
voice recorder because over the years, the stream was coming faster than I could catch it. So I would be writing the line and I'd forget the next line, or I'd go to write the next line and forget the last line. So I started using a voice recorder
okay.
because just the stream was just coming so fast. I haven't written a verse in 20 years to create it.
So about how long on average would you say one verse?
How long it takes me to write it?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't take long at all. Once inspiration strikes, I can knock it out. Uh, I've written I've written a whole verse in less than 30 minutes.
Spoken like a
Yeah,
true MC.
yeah.
So what do you think about like artists who like will spend 3 months making one record?
Ah, man. That, I mean, I don't think anything about it. That's not a problem I face.
Mm.
You
Well, I mean,
know,
not. I
um,
mean, like who actually put the like do it to do it. Not just because they couldn't do it in timely manner. Like, what do you think about taking that long amount of time to craft one record?
I don't know, man. I don't see it taking that long.
Hmm.
I don't I don't know why it would take that long.
Put it
If
like
you
this.
if
I think with the what was it all of the lights.
yeah,
Kanye West said it took him like 3 4 months to make it.
well, he had a lot going on in that song. He had 45 people singing, and you know,
Hmm.
it didn't take him 3 months to write that.
Right, but that's
Yeah,
what I mean. Like of course, it seemed like you
yeah,
said it wouldn't take that long.
yeah,
Like for me, for
yeah,
anyone, if you
uh,
didn't want to, try and put that time into it. I'm saying,
yeah. I
would
mean,
Classic
when
ever
you're
do
doing
anything
stuff
like
like
that for
that,
one
you
of his
got
projects?
band. Say again,
Would
instrument.
Classic ever do anything like that for one of his projects?
Oh yeah, I would like to. Yeah, layer it with the instruments, and live instruments, and stuff like that. I just don't have the
Oh,
resources, but I have the vision for it. But you got to work with what you got, where you are.
right, right, right. So you just dropped a new record not too long ago. Is that part of a bigger project?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Um, that's called the one I just put out. Is called Never Lose. It's part of a project that I want to call from undesirable to undeniable.
Mm,
So
okay.
um, yeah, it's going from the way I have it structured is from a place of, pointing back to what I said about when Biggie inspired me to rap, just being understanding now, looking back, that nothing was ever wrong with me. It was just in the social hierarchy of things, I was undesirable.
Yo, Classic.
And
I can't. I'm excited already, yo. I can't wait to hear it for real. Honestly.
yeah, so it goes from that. So it's a little vulnerable to start off. Then the in the middle, the climax of it all is kind of like relationship and it's some like R&B ish type of things, good vibe in there, and then the end of it is undeniable, just bars.
Very nice. You'll
Yeah,
laugh, you'll cry, you'll go through a wave of emotions. That's what I'm talking about.
right, right.
Um, what's your take on the way everything's switching to just drop singles, and albums and full projects are kind of on the back burner.
Uh, that's the game. That's how they play the game at the mainstream level. And in order for people to value albums, you're gonna have to have an artist that puts out quality
Hmm.
albums. So and has that standard and stands on it,
Hmm.
regardless of what the industry says. If you want to give people a body of work because that's a better show for your fans, yeah, you can make a couple dollars off your singles. You can fuel the economy of the streams and all of that. But for your fans and for the live experience, or for the even the private experience for your fans that's listening, you need a body of work.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, people were criticizing and saying who's Russ saying like he couldn't do it, and like he started proving people wrong, start putting out actual projects that people are respecting and stuff, and moving away from the single based model, even though that's what got him what that was his bread and butter. Of
Right.
course, he was one of the first artists to really take it into overdrive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was his way in.
Mhm.
That was his way to stand out in a sea of, yeah, in an oversaturated market. But if you really care about what you're doing, at some point you gotta give them, the core of it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, the trends are cool, but classics are classics for a reason.
Well said. Classics are classics for a reason. Write it
Yes,
down.
sir.
What is Classic doing if he isn't MCing?
Living life, being an adult, trying to make sure that responsibilities don't steal the joy out of life.
You trying to say rappers are children? You trying to say MC? What's going on here? No, I'm just kidding.
Responsibilities, having kids, and jobs and things that um, claim your time.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know,
And I mean, I
so
can't like. I can't even imagine it because I mean, you quit the Navy to start rapping, you know? Nah, I'm joking. What's up? Let's play a little this or that with Classic.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. This or that with Classic. G.I. Joes or Transformers?
Transformers.
Transformers. What's up?
Well, I mean, it's just cool. I just you have a humanoid robot that can turn into a car. You know, you have two different forms. You have structure and things falling into place in ways you can't even imagine or understand.
Mm.
Then you got GI Joes that got a little etched on six
They
pack
were dope.
and can hold
They were different.
and can hold a little
We had
hold a
Beachhead. We
little
had
gun.
we had Storm Shadow. We had Lady Jane. Come on, I don't know, man. I'm just kidding. I know I
Nobody
had
has an
way more
iconic voice
GI
like
Joes than
Optimus.
Transformers. I know that.
Maybe.
um,
But who's got a more iconic voice than Optimus Prime?
yeah,
Who's got a cooler name than Optimus Prime and
I
Megatron?
can't argue with that. Megatron. Yeah, I can't argue with that. All right. Jay Z or Nas?
uh hmm. I'm gonna have to go Jay Z.
Jay Z.
Even though, my favorite project from Jay Z is not what most people say. My favorite is American Gangster.
Okay.
But and I kind of hate the I sold dope stuff. But as far as he's had more, I would check into him more than I would Nas.
Okay. Both great. Shout out to them both. I think I got the same thing
Yeah.
too. My favorite project from him is the Volume Three, The Life and Times of Sean Carter. And a lot of people don't really like
Oh,
that joint, but I thought it was dope. When I spent
yeah.
a good amount of time in Brooklyn some years ago, and I thought I was going to hear a whole lot of Jay Z. All I heard was Fab. All I heard was the boy.
I could believe it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could believe it.
Ass or titties.
Oh, I used I used to be a consistent ass man, but now I'm coming around to the titty side of the
Titty
game.
side of the
So,
game. Here we go. If you had to, Chicago drill or Brooklyn drill?
oh, shoot, man, I would say Chicago because they really it's theirs. Brooklyn drill is UK drill with New York, you know,
Hmm. Very nice. Okay. Um, the NBA or the NFL?
NBA.
Just because basketball?
Oh, I'm being from Cleveland. I didn't really get into sports because our teams never really
Yeah.
won. But I didn't jump ship either.
Okay.
So I'm a support a Cleveland team before anything else. But I like the game better. LeBron
Uh-huh.
supporter. So I'm not mad at him. All he's doing is playing the game that he committed his life to playing the way he wanted to play it. He ain't done nothing wrong.
He's the king. He's the king. Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Um, I love basketball, but the NBA is just trash. I can't get into it. I honestly, I'm one of those rare birds. I'd rather watch the WNBA. Honestly,
Well, it's coming up, so it's like not they're fighting for
yeah.
something. Like the NBA don't have nothing to fight for. Like they got all the money. They full stadiums are full. You
Good
know,
point.
so it's just like yeah,
Um,
it's a bunch of divas in the NBA.
who we got? The Sexy Red or Ice Spice?
Ooh, jeez. First off, let me say neither. But if I had to pick
You have
one,
to.
I'll say Ice Spice.
Ice Spice or Glorilla?
Oh gosh, I Glorilla as a person is very likable. I think that's her biggest asset, her personality.
Hmm.
But her pen is not
Yeah.
there. She needs she needs to step that pen up.
um, hip or hop? Hard hitting questions here, Classic.
I say hip.
Okay, very nice. They kind of go hand in hand, peanut butter and jelly
Yeah,
type of thing. But
yeah,
hip is hip. We're into hip.
yeah.
Um,
Gotta stay hip.
Jordans or Air Max?
That's funny because I've never worn a pair of Jordans in my life, but I have several pairs of
Hey,
Air Maxes. So
question answer. Got you.
yeah.
I'm assuming you. Honestly, I'm not sure why. I'm assuming you don't drink, but light or dark liquor. Light or dark liquor.
Uh, dark. I
Why
don't know.
not? um, I heard you say you never jumped ship, but Cleveland or Des Moines.
Ooh, hey man, Iowa's loving me. It's a good area. It's Des Moines, man. Des Moines.
Very nice. I say the same. People where I'm at, they always like you. Why you out here? You from LA? Why you here? I'm like, hey man, it's beautiful. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's
man.
treat me.
Go where they love you, where they treat you right,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about. Um, Rascast or Mickey Facts.
Well, I did secure the feature with Mickey Facts,
Sweet,
so I'm gonna go with Mickey
tight,
Facts.
tight, tight. I didn't know that. When's that happening?
Yeah. It's in the works. I got his verse. I laid mine down. Just got to get it all packaged up and ready to go.
Bravo. One of my favorite lyricists is one of his bars is how you can't say I'm not headed for the fame when I'm doing songs with the legends in the game. Guessing I'm supposed to
Yeah.
make hits. I'm a reflection of the people I associate with. Um, Good stuff. Can't wait to hear it, honestly.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, sir.
so like
I'll make sure you
say
get
that
it.
again.
I said I'll make sure you
Oh,
get it.
word up. Much appreciated, sir.
Yeah.
Um, so you have any children?
Yep.
How
Yep.
does
3 of them.
being a parent affect your artistry and because I hear you don't kick all that all that stuff that we don't really want to hear in your
Right.
artistry. So that must be a big part of it.
Well, I've been on that.
Mm,
I've been. That's the type of artist I've been before they
mm,
got here. So that's why it's. But at the same time, I really kept it separate from them because I don't want to try and influence them to do what I'm doing if it's not in them.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I show them stuff when I'm, when I get some accomplishments, or I might show them a new video or let them hear some stuff. Because people don't notice, but I barely cuss in my songs.
Heard it.
Like Whack Flow Phobic, I went to edit it and I didn't notice that I didn't cuss until I went to edit it. I was like, oh, I didn't say nothing
Tight,
here. So, and there was a period of time where I did that where it was like about 5 years I didn't cuss in my raps. I put out 2 albums with another artist, and so like I prefer not
tight.
to. But yeah. So
I love it.
and
You can't
so
even
with my
tell. It almost sounds like you do.
right, right, exactly, because you find ways to say it. So it's not a matter of bad words. It's just a matter of being a master. Master of communication, MC. Master of your craft, MC. Master of ceremonies, MC. You know what I'm saying?
You're that guy. You're him. Honestly, you are the
I try
MC.
to be.
Um,
Yeah.
we definitely want to thank you again for coming through. We want to wrap it up. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, Classic. Well, we wish the best for
Hey,
you and for your career and
thank you
everything
for
you
having
have
me.
going. We can't wait to hear more of the stuff that you're dropping. We can't wait to talk to you when it drops. Tell the people where they can hear your music when it drops. I mean, and what's already
I
dropped. So you ain't even made a record yet.
yeah. I'm on all major streaming platforms. I like to send people to YouTube, but it's available wherever you stream music. Um, and what else? Oh, I've also done a couple of master classes where I'm motivational
Hmm.
speaking, helping people deal with some things in their background, heal emotional and traumas, and forgive things so that you can move on and build a life you want to build.
I watched your
So
clip about how to build confidence. Good
yeah,
stuff. Mhm.
yeah. Thank you very much. Right. So, um, I'm putting everything where people will want to find it. I just got to figure out how to let people know I'm here. I'm committed to giving y'all quality, and I appreciate you for having me. I appreciate anybody that rocks with what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep delivering for y'all. And I hope that we can all meet it in person.
Hey, absolutely. I personally appreciate true lyricism. And once again, thank you for that. And thanks for stopping by. Is there anything else you want to tell your now and future fans?
Yeah. If you're looking for me, if you want to follow me, just on type in classified, Klazified. That's TikTok, that's Instagram, that's X, and that's me. So looking forward to seeing you.
Right. There you have it. Once again, can't thank you enough, Classic. We're going to end this out. Peace, people.
Powered by Making It.